Yo, what's up, YouTube, and all my trackies and tractionaires out there? And if you're not new to Traction and you don't know what's up with it, man, you need to go ahead and go get that junk. It's only $60 for the Traction 6, but you can download Traction 4 for free. I mean, and now you can get the mastering your tracks with this template for free. Now, all you need to do is first go over to ledproductions.com, sign up, and go to the download page and download my templates, and it'll get you started. Alright, let's get on to it. This is the project folder. I just opened the project folder for you. When you open this folder, you will see it consists of multiple folders inside of it. Over here you will see I have text plugins on each folder. Each folder track no longer has the VCA volume. I took that off, and I have a text plugin in its place, and on each text plugin I will give you directions for what each track is and the output of each track, so to help you understand later on in your work process. Alright, you would definitely want to read this first and read this first, and then you can get on your way. And most of you people who are familiar with recording already, you will be able to jump right into this and understand what's going on. Okay, so this is your 2-track folder. This project is basically really for mastering or mixing down a sound, a track, a song, whatever you prefer. Okay, now I got all kind of templates on the website, so go check them out, download them, and you can also get this color scheme that I have, which is Bay Color Scheme, right here from ledproductions.com. Okay, let's get into it. This is your 2-track folder. Your 2-track folder is where your signal chain will be coming from that is giving out audio. If you open this folder, you will see it has another folder that says 2-track tracks. This is where your tracks will be. I made a little mistake right here. This is supposed to say lows. It's supposed to say highs. Sometimes that happens, man, when you be doing a lot. But I'm trying to get this down right for y'all, man, so you could be able to get your stuff down in the fly too. That's what I love about Traction, man. It's gonna get you working so fast, you ain't gonna know what happened. Alright, you will notice I got the EQs over here. You see this is called track highs, so you notice I have an EQ that's only giving you the highs, using the simple Traction EQ just for this right here, so anybody can do it. Okay, then the mids, you see the same thing happen. I'm only capturing the mids. Then if you look right here, I'm only capturing the lows. Now you can feel free to adjust this however you want during your mix down, whatever you feel. Now, and then you will notice over here I got 2 faders. Now you wonder, you're like, why you got 2 faders? Alright, my first fader, you will see each fader is at negative 3.0. This is to give me the headroom that I need automatically. And then this next fader, I'm gonna play with this fader. But what's so cool about Traction, what I like is I left this at negative 3. I take my audio files, and you will notice they got gain reductions done to them. I make all my audio files come down to the gain staging that I want for each track when I'm doing my master. So all of them starting off at the same floor. All my tracks are starting off at the same floor before I get to mixing down anything. You should practice that too. 15 dB, 10 dB, whatever you feel better at. You know what I mean? So that's what you got to do first. Then I will play with my highs, mids, and lows until I'm getting what I need to get, what I think sound right first. First I get that sound first. Before I go do anything else to my sub or anything, I get these 3 faders sounding right where I got the song where I want it to be, the right mids, the right highs, the right lows. Because I don't want to come back and have to touch this again. I'm thinking about these 3 faders as if it was the one track that this is that been copied 3 times and put right here. So I want to adjust this to one spot, and where I like that spot, I'm going to leave that be. I'm not going to touch this again, only for the next song if need be. Okay. Then we will go to the signal chain of this. Your 2 tracks will leave out of here and go from there to your submix folder. Now, your aux return 1 and aux return 2 are above your submix folder because you will be mixing probably here first if you want to get the character of your song first before you go into cutting around or whatever you want to do. You might like setting your effects first. So I put your auxes right here first, but your aux don't really happen till your submix folder. And you will notice it say 2-track sub. On where it say 2-track sub, you will see on the back I have an aux send running that say 2-track aux. That is what's running to aux 1. By default, it's already running here. And if you look in here, you have 4 auxes already running. And each aux has double faders. Now, I normally won't move my first fader up or down. I wouldn't normally do that. But what I will do with this fader is, if you notice, each one of your aux tracks will have another arrow on them. This arrow, if you're not familiar with this arrow in Tracktion, this arrow will cut on your automation track. Each aux track is already assigned to the volume of this fader. So if you want to draw some automation in to your volume, it's already assigned to this fader. So you won't have to worry about no clipping or anything happening. That's why you had double faders here. So when you do whatever you want to do with your drawing of your automations, you can use this fader to control the peak levels of your automation of your aux. And so if you notice, that's why you have that 2 faders. So this going to become a good help when you want to run some automation on your tracks with your effects. Okay, so you notice, back to the signal chain, it comes from your 2-track, leave out your 2-track sub, to your pre-mix folder, pre-mix faders. And if you open it, you'll see it say 2-track pre-mix faders. Same thing going on here that was going on with your aux. You will notice this folder that say mix bus folder. You will notice this 2-track aux mix bus right here. And this goes out to this mix bus. The mix bus is doing the same thing as your track was doing when you put it on the 2 tracks folder tracks. It got lows, mids, and highs. And same thing is going on. But different than this is I put no effects on my track up here. Like I say, I do nothing up here. I only put my EQ. I don't like to do nothing there. If I wanted to do something, I do it here on my mids and lows and highs, because your song should already been mixed down. So it should have been mixed down to the point where your quality should be good enough. You're just looking for the sweet spots right here to move it to. Move your faders to get it sweet right there. To get it sweet right here. I don't like putting nothing right here. But not saying you can't do it. You can do what you want to do when you want to do it. Just making music, man. You do what you feel free to do. I don't believe in laws in music. So you go to the 2 tracks mix bus. You will see, like I say, the same thing going on like in your 2-track folder. But I put my effects here because I can control how much effects I'm going to be able to send back into my mix. Because if I go down in my pre-mix fader, you see right here, I have a pre-mix, pre-bus, and also, it's also in your sub folder. If you look, you will see 2-track mix bus. This is the same thing. It's in your sub folder too. So this is running from there to here. Then it comes out of your pre-mix faders to your master faders. Then you see you have your mix bus fader, your aux fader, your 2-track fader, which all go into your master fader. This is your reference track. You would drop your song that you trying to make your song match to, or the sound you're trying to make it match to, or whatever. You would put that right here. And if you had any metering plugins that you like using, I will put mine right here. And I will keep my volume down. And if you want to use a track and you want to hear it, I would normally have 2 volume filters here, so I would put another volume filter here, and I would keep turning them off and on when I want to hear it, and I would turn this on solo so to hear it. So that's the signal chain. Alright, now let's get back into the edit. Now, so here you go. These are all the folders. So what you do first, you want to open up all your folders. Open every folder up. Open every folder. You want to come open every folder up. Make sure every folder is all the way open. And now we're going to get you navigating easier. So now what you're going to do is, if you look over to your left, you will notice over here on tracks. See tracks? You click on tracks right here. When you click on this, you will see all of the tracks have been labeled already for you. They already labeled. So you just go into whatever you want to see. But this only works if you got all the folders open. That's why I wanted you to open all your folders. Open every folder. So once you opened all the folders, now you can do what you want to do. So I'm going to click on this, and now I'm at the 2 tracks. So see my 2 track. Well, for some reason it's only showing 1 track. Hold on. Alright. Let me fix this. Alright, now it's only showing the 2 track. So I see I got my 2 tracks, and like I say, it's going to run through my subfolder to my premixes, but along this way from my subfolder it's going to go through my auxes to my premixes. It's going to go through my mix bus. Also, same thing going on with the mix bus is you got automation already ready for this too. Hello? Hello? Alright, I don't know, somebody hung the phone up. But if you got one of the things selected, you notice, look, I click on automation, it's not moving. It ain't going to move while you got this on. But you do have the automation on the mix bus too. So you can do the same thing, automate your mix bus. Alright. So okay, now we can get started. Now if you would notice, every track I got also, I put a marker over each track. So when I want to navigate through my tracks, I go over here to markers. Every marker is named. A marker over each track. Just make you navigate even faster. So wherever I want to move with my project, I can jump straight to it. Just double tap on it, and it's going to go straight to it. Just make it easy for your moving. Alright, but right now we're going to go back right here because I ain't going to move around. I'm only going to be in this spot so I can stay with the tracks and just get down to where I be mixing and doing everything I do. Alright, now let's give a run of this and see what this do. Now, I'm going to notice, if you notice, I got this running right now. It ain't no plugins, no nothing running. I got all the plugins set off by default except for the EQ. The EQs are on my mix bus, and the EQs are on my 2 tracks. Now let's check it out. Don't mean to make you cry. You think I lost my mind, but when I'm home I cry. Sometimes I lose time. Alright, now if you'll notice right here, you see, well, you can't see it, I got it here. Alright, if you see right here, you see I keep my hold on my my level meters. On my level meters, I keep my hold on. I either do 10 seconds or do always, keep it always on. Always keep this on. It's the only way you're going to be able to set your game staging properly. So you will see I'm not even going past negative 23, negative 21 dB. I ain't going past that right now, and it don't look like this track gonna get any too loud than that. And I know the track, so I know it ain't gonna get no louder than that. So if you see all the headroom I got right now, before I get to start doing nothing, just from putting it through this signal chain that's happening. Now let's go take a look through the signal chain while it's happening, and let's see what we getting on the process of the signal chain. Let's see what this look like. Let's widen this out a little bit so you can get a little better view of what's going on in the signal chain. Alright. You can see it going through the aux plugins. See it going through the aux plugins. You got that already set up. It's already running. You control your main volume here. Like I say, I wouldn't touch this volume. I would automate this volume, but I wouldn't touch it. You notice they panned already. Give you some wideness to your track. Okay, now you see? You see we got the 2-track. You see it coming through? Let's see what we got. We ain't going past 21 nowhere yet. Let's start cutting on some of these plugins. Now I'm going to cut some of these plugins on, and we're going to go through cutting the plugins on, and we're going to see how this track beef up once I start cutting these plugins on. Let me load my preset up. Start the point over for you. Okay. Now we're going to go run it, and we're going to start cutting on, starting with the auxes. We're going to start cutting on some plugins, and we're going to start seeing what we get. If I ain't out pimping, then I ain't out tricking. If I ain't out banging, then I ain't out. Alright, this is my reverb. I'm in there with it. Notice there's no center left, little reverb, small closet, you know. And what you'll notice when you use something about once you use the single chain running like this and you do your game staging right, the presets that come with plugins work, man. I'm telling you, they gonna work. Alright, now you notice it. It picked up in the right side. Same old thing, man. I guess I can't go. No tags, no tone, no whip, no. Cut the delays on. Simple, regular traction delay. You know what I mean? I like traction low, regular delay, man. When you're trying to come back in on the edit, it works out just right. You gotta just tweak it a little bit, and it works out. I had to get my own, so I had to use the chrome. I'm on my talent, on my silence, only talent on. I gotta get my own. If you notice it, like it cleaned up a little bit of like the mud, just putting the delay in, it's like it drag it out a little bit, like it spread it. Come on down to my aux sub one, turn on the black 76. Let's see what we got. Hear that different when I turn that off. See that? It's cutting the plug-in on. Now let's run it back, see what we got. what I mean? I play with that mix bus. Like you can see, let's play with these faders a little bit. Panning. Yeah. It's easy, man. It ain't hard. But if you need a professional, man, you can hit me up. I'll get it done for you. If somebody tell you Tracktion not professional software, they tripping, man. I'm telling you. I can do whatever I want in this software. This is like an open market, man. Create your own experience in here. Now you'll notice I ain't even got nothing on my premix fader. I normally a beef up here. I ain't beefing up there because I don't really need to. I'm just going on my master fader, and I cut my mix up here. I just want it clean going through everywhere else for real, more than anything else. And then here I'm gonna do my work. If I ain't out pimping, then I ain't out tricking. If I ain't out faking, then I ain't out doing that down. You think I know slime? But when I'm on sometimes I lose time. Don't even hate you. You think I know slime? Here it comes life. Yeah. We only 2 plugins in on my master fader. We only 2 plugins in on the master fader, and got my master mix going. I also got the final mix too. I like running the final mix more than running the master mix. And I'm going to tell them it's one problem I got with the master mix. It's only one problem, but it's a big problem to me. It's no A and B. I can't A and B the plugin. Come on. I got to be able to do that. I got to be able to A and B the plugin. Only thing that's down with this that I ain't really liking. Everything else, yeah, they did it. They fixed it. They made it better. I can't say they didn't make it better, but you got to put that one component back. I need the A and B. You know what I mean? It's a need. But then, what I like, my favorite go-tos is definitely the T-Rocks plugins. I mean, I ain't going to say they the best plugins in the world, but they the best plugins for the money, and you going to have all the tools you need. And you going to get that quality sound. They work right. And then you get familiar with them, and you be able to slap them on, and you be able to understand each plugin and use it the way you need to use it. Mid-side control, you need that. In order for you to make your track sit where you want it to sit, you're going to need mid-side control. Then, the best thing of this master mix, though, the master mix plugin got a lot of things going on. You got a pre-EQ, you got a post-EQ, and you got pre, you got post. You see them switching, and you can EQ here and EQ there. But if you notice, I ain't doing nothing with my EQ here. I don't need to do nothing with my EQ here. Like I say, I told you, you run through this template that I made, your presets will work. Whatever presets you select, you want it to sound like that, it's going to work. It's going to sound like that. If your song is mixed right, your song will sound like any preset you set on a plugin. It will do that if that plugin do really make that sound emulation that it's saying. If it does that, you've seen it do it, I'm guaranteeing you it's going to do it. Then, the key thing about the master mix, what I really use it for, and I love it at this point, it's a cheap ozone. You know what I mean? I don't got ozone, but I seen ozone work, and I seen people use it, and it's a beast. But this the cheap version of that. It does all the same things, but it's just right in your face. It's all right here. It's everything right here. You ain't going to go to another section or nothing. Everything just right here. Once you understand what you got right here, then you will be able to make your mix go to newer levels just with this one plugin. This one plugin will change any mix, turn it around, upside down, man, I'm trying to tell you, all you gotta do, plug this plug-in on. If you ain't got it, go get it. Go to the marketplace, get this plug-in. It's a must-have plug-in. Now, what I do with this plug-in, like I say more than anything else, is play with these right here. Now, if you click on these, you will see the band, the keys. See the keys? I play with the keys. The frequency of the center, the bandwidth. These are my most important pieces of this plugin. What I need out of it. What I need out of this plugin more than anything else. 9 times out of 10, like I say, my preset going to already be working. It's going to take me to where I want to be. Don't mean it's not going to need to be tweaked, but it's going to take me to where I want to be at before I get to tweaking. Alright. Now, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to need to do much more tweaking from that plugin. And start doing that too. Believe in what the plugin is doing. When you put the plugin on and you saying that that part sound good and you did a little tweaking and it sound a little better, it's really no much more you need to do with that plugin. Let that plugin be. It's time to pick up another plugin. If you can't take no more plugins, your computer can't do it, hey, render the track out, save the project where it's at, render the track out from that point, and keep going. That's my best bet for you to get to going with that. But if you can put another plugin, put another plugin behind it. Go behind it with many plugins you can. Like I say, with Tracktion, I put as many plugins as I want. It ain't never telling me I got too many plugins. I might run out of CPU, but I ain't never running out of plugins. So we're going to get back to it. Like I say, we only 2 plugins in on the master fader. Now, this is my main bread and butter EQ right here. This is another marketplace EQ, or you can go straight to DDMF and get this plugin, the EQ Pro. It's another plugin that I seen that I think similar to it is the Fab EQ. It's kind of similar to it. This plugin is a beast, man. It got so many presets for you to get started with, and it do what it say. And it got the analyzer in the plugin, and you know that's a plus always when you EQing. So sometimes I just use this plugin just for analyzing, just to see what's going on and making sure my wave got the right shape. Because once you done played around with this music enough, you know what the shape should look like. You know what I mean? So basically I come in, I be shape shifting. So when I come in, I'm shape shifting here. And I don't even need my headphones to shape shift, as long as I'm not extreming. If I'm not going too high, I can shape shift without headphones on, and I will tell you that that's going to be there by looking at your audio file. But it depends on the genre of music you're doing. So I couldn't put the same shape shift on one genre of music that I would put on another. But if you're doing rap, I will look at your song and I can see where I can shape shift at before I even pick, like I say, pick my headphones up. So what I'll do, I'll go ahead on this plugin and we'll enable this. Because like I say, this way I really do my EQing at. My EQing really only happening here, and you see I got mid and sides cut on, and this will happen. Now let's go back and see what we got. Go to my limiter. This the quad limiter. This the quad limiter. Now, this I like this right here. I do this before I compress again. I like to use this before I compress again. I limit all my peaks of each band, whatever bands I want to sweeten out, and I do that. And then I do this first, run this, and like I say, template work, vocal up front. That's what I wanted. I want the vocals up front. I cut this on, little tweaks, slide overs, you know what I mean? But it got the sound that I wanted to start off with. It's gonna work, I'm telling you, believe me. So I go click on this, Now let's cut this on and see what we get. You can feel that the bass got fixed up, tightened up. Don't mean to make you cry. You think I lost my mind. Put the highs, set the highs where they need to be set at. Alright, then you go check out the 2A, man. Like, I could have put any compressor right here. I got all the T-Rax compressors, so I could have put any one right here. Person might be like, dang, you know, he could have. Why he ain't used the 670 or something? Like, nah, but the 2A, it's like this joint don't miss, you know. I mean, I done seen the real deal work, and it don't miss, man. Like, it really don't miss. Like, it don't really give no extra sound. So if you heard the sound you want and you want to put a compressor on it, this is a compressor that will work. And then what I really do with this is just get my mids and sides right. I go do my mids, go do my sides with the compressor, and everything come out right. And once I put this on, boom, I'm good to go. So we're going to enable this. Real easy to work with when you try and do the quick job. See, later I might come back and say, let me swap compressors right here. I do that, like, with my compressor. But when I'm at work right now, I'm going to work with this compressor always first. I'm going to use this compressor first to get it to where it need to be. Now, if I think that needs some color, I'm going to go get the compressor that's going to add that color to it. You know what I mean? But I'm going to start off with this compressor every time because it ain't never lie. It ain't going to never lie to you. It's going to do what the track's saying. You know what I mean? So let's see what we got with that on. Don't mean to make you cry. You think I lost my mind. But when I'm gone, I cry. Sometimes I lose time. Don't mean to make you cry. You think I lost my mind. But when I'm gone, I cry. Sometimes I lose time. Alright, if you'll notice over here, we had a lot of clipping going on. It was clipping. It was clipping. And you notice my master fader, I don't move my master fader. The master fader stay where it's at. So I don't never touch this because I got a master fader in the track. This, if I want some movement of the master fader, I'm gonna move this because this is always supposed to be at 0 for me. And if I want headroom, I'm going to get it from here. But you notice I got this at 0 too. Because I don't need to worry about that. Because then that's when he come into play. The stealth limiter. This the new limiter that T-Rax got. And honestly, it's a beast. Like, I don't even think I need to say, you know what I mean. For real, I done shot him out. This one in the clipper. And the clipper win if you know what you're doing with the clipper. If you use the clipper do all the same things. I done shot it out with it, and the difference is you can put them side by side, and you will see gain reduction on this will be at about 6 dB, and on the clipper it will be at about 4. But on your level meter, you will see the same level coming out from both tracks. You can get the same level coming, and so I noticed that. And you will have to the presets are already just set in the clipper, and I guess they probably knew it was jive more difficult. This one is more advanced because you got the sampling and the dithering, but as far as the getting the color, the sound, and all that, you can definitely do it with the clipper. So if you got the clipper, man, you got the same plug-in for real. You know what I mean? This one is just advanced hands-on. You ain't got to do as much tweaking. You just hitting buttons. But the other one, you got to play with the digital, the knob, the middle knob, and play with your input and your reduction for it to work right. For your output. I mean, your output and your input for you to get the sound you're looking for. But you can get the same sound, just take a little more work. But let's see what this do. No clipping, no clipping. You see? No clipping.
Don't you see me leaving with this heavy duffel bag? Man, him gone and hit the ad, him going and get the man. How long will it take? How long will it last? Our future's in the past, I know it's in the past now. Cause mommy telling me home I never been. I've been to every event, I'm feeling this evident. No evidence for me being with a chick. Still you say I'm with a chick, I don't understand this here. Maybe she could plan a ship, seeing the future from afar. I guess mommy can be a comic, cause she rolling with the stars. I'm only a comma to the pole.
There you have it, YouTube. This is video from Laird Production. Like, subscribe, hit me up, whatever, man. Go over to Laird Productions. Make sure you download the templates and download this color scheme and get to work, man. Alright, Tractioneers and Trackies, man. Holla back.